The US Supreme Court has narrowly denied Donald Trump's request to delay his criminal hush money sentencing, clearing the way for the president-elect to be sentenced Friday morning in New York. 4 of the 9 justices indicated they would have granted Trump's request to halt this sentencing, but Chief Justice John Roberts and Trump appointee Justice Amy Coney Barrett joined the court's 3 liberal justices to deny Trump the relief he sought. On the other hand, a federal appeals court has cleared the way for the public release of Special Counsel Jack Smith's report on the 2020 election interference case against Donald Trump over the objections of the president-elect. My colleague Natasha Israni has been tracking all the latest developments for us. She joins us live at the moment. Natasha, so what's Trump's plan? Does he intend to attend the sentencing virtually from his Mar-a-Lago estate?
Yes, that is what is expected. He's not going to be there in court in person. He will be attending virtually, and he will be given the chance to also make remarks. It's unclear whether he will say anything, but the judge will hand out the sentencing, and the judge will also explain the reasons behind whatever they choose as the sentencing. Now, let's remember here that the judge in this case, who's going to make the sentencing tomorrow morning here in New York, has already said that there will be an unconditional discharge. What that means is that while there is going to be a clear conviction of former President-elect Donald Trump, there won't be any probations, any fines, any jail time for the president. And that's one of the reasons that the Supreme Court also cited in saying that they were not accepting this request from Trump's lawyers that the sentencing being delayed, because they argued that this would impact his duties as president-elect. And the Supreme Court said, well, no, there is going to be no substantial impact on whatever duties Donald Trump has as president-elect. And also they said that given that the judge in this case has already said that there'll be an unconditional discharge, this will not impact Donald Trump. But this is more symbolic than anything else. He's going to be the first former US president or president-elect to go into inauguration with a criminal conviction on record. And that is what his lawyers were hoping to avoid, and they have not succeeded in doing so. In fact, ethical concerns had been raised earlier this week when one of the Supreme Court justices, that's Samuel Alito, had actually taken a phone call from Donald Trump, though later Alito said that that call had nothing to do with this decision. But a lot of eyebrows had been raised at that stage. So this decision by the Supreme Court is being seen as a notable act of independence for the Supreme Court here in the United States, even though it is more on the conservative side, which is more on Donald Trump's side, as was seen in some of the earlier rulings that we saw last year, which were in his favor.